Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Finally back at the bus, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to attempt to remove this floor. My last video I had explained that although I don't want to remove this floor because it's quite nice, it's really the only way that I can get at these top hats and the two cross members that are pretty crispy. A couple of the beams are nice. This top hat is nice. The front one is pretty much gone. This one is gone on the ends. This one is gone. So I went out like I had shown last time and I bought these spot weld cutters. And I've got my first two spot welds drilled out. And you really have to use the center punch. Otherwise, this thing, if you just try to go blindly like this, this thing will just it'll just wobble all over the place. But I tried with a smaller drill bit because there is a tip on here, but I think I'm just going to go with the punch, with the center punch. Then I can come in the center and hold this steady, and it's not easy. And then I can come in and really drill out each one of these. There's a lot of these welds. You can see, 2, 4, 6, 8. I don't know how this is going to work out. I bought 2 packs, so I don't know how long these are going to last. They are reversible, so that once this tip is shot, you can flip it over and use the other side. But I don't know how. Mostly how my patience is. I don't know if I'm going to be patient enough to do all this, but I'm going to try. I have to get the spot welds that are on these beams because these beams are good and I want to reuse those. When it comes to these ones here, might not be as critical. Maybe I can just rip the whole thing off. I don't know. Anyway, the floor is coming out. That's my decision. So I'm going to jump on this right now, and I'll check in again in a bit to see how I'm making out. Okay, well, I've been cursing these for about 20 minutes, but I think I got the hang of it. I went out and I bought myself a good punch, a good sharp punch, and I set my drill on the faster of the 2 speeds, because I was finding that this was just wandering and wobbling like crazy. But let's see if I can do one here. I've pre-punched a lot of these spot welds here. Let's see if I can do one-handed, so I can show you how. With a good punch hole, I can put my centering tip. Let's see if I can do this with high speed. There. Okay, took a while, but I just got the hang of it. So, I'm probably going to go through every single bit, but I'm just going to carry on here, and I'll check in again as I make more progress. A couple of these that I did punch through, I saw the floor sort of pop up, so I think it's going to be okay. So this one, and this one for sure. Along here, I think I'm just going to cut, and I'll probably just cut at the back along here. That one is completely shot. So is that one. So let me work on this for now. I'll check in again in a bit. It's been a couple of hours, and I got all these spot welds drilled out. At least I think I do. So I did the first rail, second rail, and the first top hat. I should say the second top hat, because the first one was over here, but it's all gone. So what I'm going to do now is I've got these 3 members for the most part released. I say for the most part because I'm sure I don't have them all, and there's areas here where the bench is used to mount. There may be some underneath there, I'm not sure. I'll have to cross that bridge when I get to it. I did not drill the last two top hats because there's absolutely nothing left of them. So I think it'd be kind of a waste of time to do that because I do have new top hats ordered. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the zip cut. I'm going to cut along here. And then I'm going to cut here. See if I can lift this sheet up, hopefully. The whole point is to lift this up. I'm not so much that I want to save this whole piece. If I can, I will. But it's more about preserving these cross beams and this top hat and revealing what's underneath. So let me grab the zip cut. I'm quickly going to peel this, or sorry, cut this on each side, and I will try to lift this floor up. See what happens. Another thing. I don't know. At some point, should I be supporting this frame? Because although I got a good roof structure, all that's going to be left is these two main frame rails, and they look okay, but I mean, you know, there's no real guarantees. So I'm going to go slow. Whether this should be supported or not, I'm not sure. That is the main structural member of the bus, the two main frame rails that go across, but like I mentioned before, everything is tied in with the floor and the sides and everything. So it's definitely, although it was very rusty on the bottom, it's definitely weaker than it was. So, all right, whatever. Let's slice this and see if I can peel this off. If it folds in two, well, it'll be plan B. Okay, well, I got this all sliced, and it's starting to want to go. Feels like I'm missing a couple of. There's maybe some that I haven't drilled deep enough. Got to be careful when you drill those. It's easy to. There's a fine line between not drilling it enough and then drilling right through your cross member. But anyway, this is looking pretty promising. And I put some lumber underneath the main frame with the jack. So I got a little bit of tension on here just in case this decided to sag a little bit. You never know. I'm not doing any kind of cross bracing or anything. Maybe I should, but I'm not. I'm going to go with that. So maybe I'll set up here a little fast motion and see if I can peel this up. Okay, well, this went really well. Better than I thought. Quite happy about this. Now, what do we got? Well, imagine now trying to replace this top hat, which is sandwiched between the frame and underneath the floor. How would you do that? Impossible. So now, although I've sacrificed my nice floor, so be it. So be it. I'm not a great welder. I can put metal together and then grind it. Imagine me laying on my back trying to put these cross members in. Not a chance. So this way here, you know, I'll be able to remove this top hat because I've ordered new ones, like I said. I'm not sure how that's going to work. This is probably that shift tube. So that's, you know, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. But for now, I can remove this. I can remove this cross section. This whole thing here. I think I'm going to get rid of all that. I don't know if I need it. But anyway, I think it's going to go. And you see, I got full access to my frame. I'll be able to wire wheel, clean. You know, I got access to everything. I can come in here. I can get on the inside. See, there's a little bit of an area here that's a little bit wasted. See, now I can come fix this in. See, this is boxed in. I can check this, make sure it's okay. The cross member back here, I'm also going to replace that one. I've ordered one of those, so I'll be able to get to that. This top hat's going to go completely. That's kind of why I cut it this way. Oh, did I get close to the shift tube? I did. Now, I don't know if did I cut in there? I might have. I don't know. I didn't go very deep, just the thickness of the metal, but again, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. All this stuff here, I think one of those is there's a clutch cable, I think. The gas pedal, clutch cable. What am I missing? Clutch, gas, not even sure. But as you can see now, this is going to make a lot more sense. Me laying on my back trying to put this in, not a chance. So what I'm going to do now is, and there's my piece of metal. Not bad. That went a lot better than I thought. So there it is. So I don't know, maybe some of this could be reused. I don't know, probably not. But anyway, I like that it came out. And the whole point, other than accessing everything underneath, was to clean this up properly. Make sure it's still good. And I think it's gonna be. So now, let's attack this. Let's remove all this junk. And let's jump back here. And I think I'll take this one slice at a time. Yeah. Get rid of this top hat. I'll get rid of that top hat and all of this floor. And then, once my metal comes, I'll be able to look and see what I have. Clean up the frame rail and start installing the new metal in place of this. So, yeah, so a little bit of a support here in the middle. I think that can only help. Hopefully it's enough. All right, let's chop some more. Okay, well, I'm attacking this this front top hat and cross member. And you can see I'm just nibbling away at it a little bit because there's just so much stuff coming through. I don't want to cut anything. I'm trying to go a little bit delicate. And you can see, although the bottom corners were kind of gone on these and they could have been patched, but you can just see the inside, all the stuff that would have been trapped in there. Yeah, I think it's kind of ugly right now, but I think this is kind of necessary. I really don't know what to do with this. This is the shifter. I pulled out the hot air duct or the ductwork or whatever you call this, the heat that comes from the engine to go for the ventilation. If I do put that back in, I'll need a new one anyway. So I'm just going very delicately around these pipes. Hopefully my new cross members have all the proper holes and paraphernalia to so that I can adapt to all this plumbing here. And yeah, I'm not sure how the front top hat, obviously that's gonna have to be welded to the, I guess, the front part of the floor, or the cab, if you will. It's kind of wasted over here, and they had a patch there, but the new top hat will go all the way across, so I got to remove all this still. So I'm just going to keep nibbling, and yeah, just get rid of it all. It's the next day, and last night I finished, or yesterday evening I finished removing the cross member and what was left of that top hat. Nothing's been cleaned up, but it's all been removed. Now today what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump back here and I'm going to tackle this section of floor. I don't think I'm going to try to save this. I'm just going to hack it up along with the cross member and the two top hats like I was talking about yesterday. And I might try to come in underneath a little bit and see what there is. Again, that's the reason why I'm doing all this. And this cross member shot, and it's paper thin, so that's all got to come out. And at the same time, I got all these heating duct pipes. I call them like ventilation pipes, but I don't even know what the proper term is. The heat ducts from the engine, I guess. They're full of holes and crispy, so that's all coming out the floor. This cross member, for some reason, this cross member here is closed underneath. Or sorry, this top hat. So I don't know if that's factory or not, but anyway, that's all coming out. I'm going to bring this down to the bare frame rails, and anything tied in with this ventilation, all those pipes, that is all going. So it's going to be another gigantic pile of rust here. But that's what I'm going to do. I really don't know how I'm going to address this. Again, those heat ducts, they sort of come up. I don't know why they have to come up through the floor like this, because there's a cap on here. But and when I do get the new floor, I don't know if that'll all be included or not. Anyway, for now, anything that's rotted is coming out. I'm going to bring it down to the bare frame. Okay, let's start. So I've already started back here, and in a couple minutes you can see where that top hat was rotted on the end. You know, could have been tempted just to repair the end and leave the middle, but when you look at it, you can see that it was completely separated to begin with. So I think I'm doing the right thing, although it's a little scary. It's all going. Okay, well, it's been another couple hours, and I've got all the floor out. So there it is, all gone. What's left looks pretty good. Frame's got a bit of a hole in there, but that's pretty minor. The main part of the C channel and the little part that's boxed in looks pretty good. So hardest part was getting that cross member out, because it's got all those tubes going through it, and I have no idea how I'm ever going to reinstall that with the tubes going through. That I don't know. I'll cross that bridge when I get there. But I think what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to sweep all this up. I'm going to clean this mess up. And my metal finally came. So I'm going to open up those boxes and see what I got, and see if anything makes any sense in here. Okay, first box is 3 top hats and a cross member. I can't remember. One company, CIP1, had one cross member, either the front or the back, and the other place, I think it was called Concept 1. Both Canadian companies, and the stuff came fairly quickly. These top hats are very expensive. And they also seem kind of thin. Anyway, let's break down this packaging here, and I'm going to lay these in place and give myself an idea of what I have. Okay, so this is my first order from Concept 1, and kind of what I ordered. Now these are the Clocker Home brand. That's the type that everybody curses. Mostly because, I mean, they're very thin, but honestly, it's the only ones I could find, and they were in Canada, so it was free shipping. So now, I didn't clean up anything yet. I'm going to hold off a little bit because this is going to help me with my alignment. Now I see that I don't know how I'm going to get these in. I'm going to have to, I don't know what the best way is to cut these in half and then re-weld them around the tube. I don't want to touch this tube. There's no way. And a lot of these, see, there's a hole here. I don't know if that would be for, maybe it's for nothing, because a lot of these smaller tubes were just underneath, so that's fine. So I think this is going to work, although this stuff is really, my God, this one's 55 years old and rusty, and I could tell it's 10 times the piece that this one is. I mean, but anyway, is what it is. At least it's new metal, and it can go in there, and I can start rebuilding this section eventually. I think I've removed enough material. I'm not going to remove anything else. Obviously, this all has to be done, but I don't think I'm going to do any of that until I put some more structure back in here. The front top hat, same kind of an idea. Yeah, I'll have to maybe cut that in half, I think. Now, on the packing slip from Concept 1, I ordered a front cross member. And it looks nice. I ordered front cross member 68 to 72 for $65. Front cross member 68 to 72. And on here, it clearly says, I don't know if you can read that, it says 73 to 79. And I just kind of threw this underneath here just for the heck of it. So they sent me the wrong one for this one. And of course, they're all automated, so I'm not sure how that's going to work. But if I just put that underneath, you can see that. Oh, God, it's like nowhere near. No way is this going to fit. Now, I don't know if it's because if it's an aftermarket thing with these big giant holes. It'd be kind of nice if I could just bunch all these tubes in and just put them through one big hole instead of all individual little holes. There's no way I would ever cut individual holes. But anyway, so this one, that's the wrong part. So I'm going to have to get after them for that. Now let's open up the CIP1 box. So my CIP1 order was quite a bit better. I got the proper cross member for the rear, and it is for my bus. It's the correct width. I got the inner rockers for both sides, and this is a very nice piece of metal. So that's going to go in here. Once I get the all the top hats and everything in place and cleaned up, that's going to sit in here, something like this, and that's going to get spot welded. I also got the lower door track assembly. This was very expensive. Unfortunately, I think it's a Clocker Home piece, but it's pretty heavy. It's not flimsy. It's actually, it feels very thick. And that's gonna go in here for my door arrangement. So that'll take care of this. I got the last outriggers that I was missing. The rear outrigger. These are the ones that don't have a jacking point, so that's gonna go, where am I? Sort of under here like that. It's a clocker home, but that's what was available. CIP1 so far has pretty much been my favorite place to order. You know, sometimes they, you know, they don't have all of one brand. It's kind of the luck of the draw, and I kind of go with them because it's free shipping. I also ordered these little inner splash pads. And this is going to go a long way because that's where this this bulge piece I was talking about, and somebody had welded a plate. Well, I did a little bit of research online, and then I found, you know, you can just buy this. Now, it is a clocker home, which means, oh my God, that is so thin. But, you know, got to work with what you have, and I think this goes in something like this. So that'll cover up any damage that was in there, and it'll make up where that silly plate was. Then obviously I'll have this nice backer on this side instead of this plate, so I can clean all this up. And then the new top hat is just going to go up against, so it's going to be all new metal all across there. So I got the same one for the other side. And of course I had already ordered from CIP1 the outriggers and jacking points. And again, I've left everything jagged for now, just so I know where everything goes. And I think I had shown those before, but those are over here. And again, that's the good, I can't even remember which brand they were, but they're not clocker home. These are a lot thicker. They feel better. What brand are these? I don't even know. I don't know. C&C. Anyway. I think this was the B pillar, but I'm not there yet. Jacking points. A couple people have said leave these off. Leave these off. You don't need them. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. These. See, this is obviously meant to jack the bus up. This is very, very heavy and thick. I mean, to me, it's all the cross members and everything should be this thick, but they're really not. Okay, so that's pretty much, I think, where I'm going to leave it for now. Excuse me. This is my 69 bay window. Got a little bit of time here to do some progress, and this was the removal of the floor. The floor is completely gone. I have some new metal to get me started. So the next time I come back out, I will probably start cleaning up some of these areas, cleaning up this frame, fixing any areas that need fixing, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to install these top hats. I really don't know right now, but it's important that I get these top hats in proper alignment, because once those are in place, that's what these inner sills get fastened to, and so everything's gonna have to be aligned and kind of square. But that'll be for next time. So for now, thanks for watching, and this is probably about my maybe 7th or 8th video on this bus. I'm not sure. If you're interested in this kind of content, maybe have a peek at this old 69 bay window that I'm working on. This is my first time working on an air-cooled vehicle. So I have quite a few cars. I've worked on cars pretty much my whole life, but this is all very new to me. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.